Hey, it's me again. Like I said in the previous video, I'm looking for stuff besides WWE solely to cover. And while I was looking, this morning I woke up and on my recommended videos feed, I saw the match for the TNA World Championship between Eddie Edwards and Cody Rhodes. So I saw in the comment section before I read the video that the finish was played out. So mind you, this is, and spoiler alert, because I know a lot of people are busy during the week and Pop TV isn't necessarily a channel that's readily accessible for a lot of people. So spoiler alert. I will be talking about the finish to the Cody Rhodes Eddie Edwards match in this video. So the video I saw, it showed the promos that they cut like early in the show, then Lashley came out. Then it showed after the Lashley, Cody Rhodes, Eddie Edwards promo segment, Lashley walking up to Cody Rhodes, then walking up to Eddie Edwards before the match. Sorry, it's still early here. So the match itself, me personally, I like the pure babyface. And by pure babyface, I don't mean somebody who can't play a heel. I mean the babyface where it's like, that's them. Like, even though it's wrestling and even though it's storylines and some stuff is contrived, like, so-and-so's real name and so-and-so being a good, genuine person in the wrestling. I'm not against that. I'm actually a fan of that. Because, just from the business side of it, that's you. You can try to copyright somebody's name, but it's kind of hard to copyright a government name. It's you. So if something happens in one of the bigger 3 promotions, you can still take you across the world. And that's you. You don't have to do a repackage or anything like that. So I'm a fan of Eddie Edwards and Cody Rhodes in the sense that they're like pure baby faces. That's them. They're taking their names on the road and that's who they are. Saying that, Cody Rhodes, regardless of his status while he was in WWE, is like one of the biggest new names on the independent circuit right now. So the problem that TNA had is, they got a homer in Eddie Edwards, who had just beat Lashley. And it's one thing if he drops to Lashley 2 weeks later. It's another if he loses to the new guy. So the fact that Cody Rhodes is being Cody Rhodes and Eddie Edwards is being Eddie Edwards, there's no leeway. None of them are like a lie, cheat, and steal type face. None of them are a face where it's like, there's wiggle room. They're pure baby faces. So the match itself, I thought there was some pretty good work in the match. Camera angles always reveal some strikes that didn't necessarily connect. But that's being picky. The match itself was good. From the YouTube video I watched, I think the match ended up being around 10 or 12 actual minutes. So the match itself was good. But the finish was too immediate. It seemed like there was a stall before the men went into the superplex roll-up. It looked like a spot where somebody didn't know to kick out. It looked like a botch more so than a finish. But I'm actually not bashing the finish. You see, my take on it is this. When you have 2 super pure, clean-cut baby faces, how are you supposed to keep the big name new babyface strong while having your babyface champion look like, a babyface champion? The babyface champion, at the end of the day, he has to always find a way to win within the rules. He's not like a heel champion who could get counted out or DQ'd or low. He basically, if all else fails for a babyface champion, it's a roll-up. It's a quick roll-up. And that's all you got. So that's what they did. They can't have him hit the Boston Knee Party and beat Cody Rhodes clean because Cody Rhodes is a big name. He was in WWE for like 10 years, and he just hit the scene. And, you know, in the state that TNA is in right now, they don't need to ruin any big name. They don't need to ruin Moose. They don't need to ruin the Hardys right now. They don't need to ruin Eddie Edwards' run because, you know, with his partner on hiatus, he's been racking up championships. He's been competing for championships. They need to use all their names, all their TNA homers, and all the people that they know on the independent scene that will still give TNA some of their good work during this like stressful time they're going through right now. So, you know, they did a roll-up. It was supposed to be quick and sudden, catching Cody Rhodes off guard, and it was supposed to be quick and sudden, making Eddie Edwards look like he's a champion that can hang with the best in the world, and that's always going to find a way to win. That's my take on it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that it still didn't look choppy. I'm not going to say that, you know, I wish the match could have went on a little bit longer because I liked the match itself. I just think that, you know, to me, and I'm not saying that every match has to be a 5-star Meltzer match, but what I am saying is, like, you know, the finish to the TNA World Title match between Cody Rhodes and Eddie Edwards looked like a spot that would have been thrown in the middle of any other match. Now, I know the Dean Ambrose Seth Rollins match right before the brand split, like, ended the show and they had the controversy. But, you know, I mean, that's a heel and a face. You have a lunatic face, and that's not a pun. Like, you have a crazy face who will bend the rules, but is still a face. And you have a heel who's a heel. So when you have that finish, on top of the fact that those men hate each other, on top of the fact that they have been warring over this championship, and Dean Ambrose was the last member of the Shield to get the WWE World Title, when you combine those elements, the Superplex roll-up finisher makes sense. Because it's just another way for those two to argue over the championship. But Cody Rhodes and Eddie Edwards, they have no prior history in TNA. They didn't have any build-up. It just looked like a random roll-up. So, let me know what you think in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter, at DallasGlenn, DALLAS_GLENN. And let's talk about it. Like I said, and this may sound like I'm being wishy-washy, I understand the theory of the finish, but I feel like the execution of it was what was poor. So, yeah, hit me up. Let me know. Peace.